Dr. Hawkins has a simple diagram called the map of consciousness, which states various frequencies based on various emotions and realities. And I'll just simplify it a lot. So there are basically the frequency from minimum to max goes from sadness and negative emotions to neutrality, contentment, acceptance, reason, which is like the state beyond which the mind cannot go. Then there's joy, peace, bliss. And basically what I found interesting moving back to normal life in the last few years was I was floating a bit beyond the negative emotions and programs and living in places that were beyond them as well, like mainly. We're basically an average of our experience in that range. So if we have certain things in the negative range and we keep thinking about experiencing or feeling, then that will bring us to that average as well. But if we start to clean up that stuff, then automatically we start to float up as well. There's quite a shift that happens between the negative to the even neutral emotion. Like that's when the real shift happens. And about the negative emotions, some more like sadness, fear, and the upper ranges of frequency are anger and pride. Like those are the highest negative emotions per se, because when the energy is more, but that's also like even just beyond that is neutrality. We're just neutral, and that's better than pride, energy wise, frequency wise. And then you get courage, then you get willingness, you get acceptance, you get reason, whatever, unpleasant in life. And a simple way suggested by Aaron Doughty is to utilize reason to understand logically and forgive through there to jump in frequency. Point being is, if we're going to create a revolution, we're going to create a new society, unless we start to take out this range from each individual, so most people are floating here, that's only when it becomes a really shift in reality. Because in a few years of practices, I was floating, I was here, and then I floated here, and then I floated here for a bit, and then when I was here, I went back to a community that was around this range, and then I was here, and then eventually I went, and then I got stuck here. The thing with being here is it's just not your fault. It's the programs of life is created in such a way to get stuck over here, and it can be a bit difficult to get unstuck, which is why we're required to do spiritual practice. But the thing is, if majority of people are in this frequency in a new place, that reality is going to function in a new place. So it's not about the people per se, it's about all of us looking in the mirror individually and shifting from these states up to these states. And once that incubation occurs, then we can have a chat about moving to a new society. Otherwise, we're going to go into the same society, just in a beautiful location. But not to fear, Hayoka Wizard is here.